As you might be able to tell, this is not my home state. I'm looking for squirrels. From what I can tell, there's 3 species here. There's the western gray, there's the pine squirrel, and there's the Abert squirrel. I really want to get an Abert squirrel. They're just too cool. They're awesome looking. So I'm gonna hike around and see what I can find. This is kind of unfamiliar country to me. Looks more like elk country than squirrel, but it should be fun. Should be an adventure. I just heard a pine squirrel off in the distance. So I'm gonna go see if I can get close and find him. That was him. That's him making that noise. I see him. That's awesome. He disappeared into that tree. I'm not sure where he would have went. But that's awesome. First squirrel sighting of the trip. I was walking along and right up here close, a squirrel sounded off. I think it's one of those pine squirrels. Same noise from earlier. But I don't see him. He might have been making that noise at me. If that's the case, then he's probably just hiding in one of these pines. So close. I had him in the scope. I just didn't feel real good about my rest. I was a little too wobbly, and he's pretty far. So, I keep trying, but I think I'm starting to figure this out. And it's a lot like hunting grays and foxes where I'm from. You need to figure out where they are, get in there amongst them, and then just lay low and let them do their thing. trouble getting shots at them. They're either too far, not sitting still, too close, and they see me moving around. So I think this snow is so loud. I'm gonna move uphill a little bit somewhere and get sat down where there's not snow around so I can move around a little quieter. I think I got him. I don't know what the heck was going on with my gun. There's no way I had two, like, dud 22 shells in a row. It is cold here, maybe it's that. Got a squirrel barking at me behind me. I'm gonna go find my squirrel. Nice. That's awesome. This is a pine squirrel. He's super cool looking. These cool looking ears and the white around his eyes and his mouth. Awesome. Now that we got that goal checked off, I've seen a lot of pine squirrels over here. Haven't seen any grays or aberts, or I think maybe there's Arizona gray squirrels here. I'm not really sure what the difference is, but all I've seen is pine. So I'm thinking about working my way back down valley a little bit and carrying on and seeing what I can find. Underneath this tree where I shot that squirrel is nothing but these little bits of pine cone, and that's what these squirrels eat. As you can see all that, and they really do a number on these pine cones. It's impressive. I don't know what's going on with my 22. I don't know if it's the cold or if something's gummed up, or I don't know. Never had this happen before. Maybe it's the altitude. It's been really slow for a while. It's already 10:50. We're kind of back over here where we started. I'm not sure. There may just be pine squirrels here, because I covered a lot of ground and just didn't see anything except a couple random pine squirrels. So we'll see. I wouldn't mind taking a few more of those home. Well, I got him. That was if you can believe it or not, this is the same tree that I shot that squirrel in earlier. So I worked my way all the way back around and I was easing up this jaw and he was right there. Super close. Let's go get him. We're gonna eat them either way. Hopefully these things taste real good. They sure are pretty. But they're small. They are, if you feel these legs, they're tiny compared to even just the eastern gray. It's really, really small squirrel. So I think if you were gonna feed a bunch of people with these, you'd need a mess. There's heard another squirrel up the hill, so we'll see. We might be back into them, and I'll try to get a couple more and then work my way out. I can't stay out all day, unfortunately, but I might be able to come out here another morning tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. I gotta fit some trout fishing in there too, so just keep going. There's our mule deer. They probably didn't like the sound of that 22. Look at all this. There's gotta be some squirrels around here. think with that, I'm gonna call it for the day. That's 3 pine squirrels. And I had to work my butt off to get them. I've got 3.7 miles it took to get these 3. That's when I just walked out into this open and glanced up in a tree and just saw them sitting there. So I think if you sat down and glassed, you'd find a bunch. I think you'd find a bunch of them. But I'm gonna start working my way out and we'll figure it out. Figure it out with them. I might come back here and hunt some more this week. I might just focus my time on fishing. Or I might try to find somewhere that's more likely to have grays and Abert squirrels. But until then, I think that's going to do it for me, unless I stumble upon some squirrels on my way out.